We're solving the problems from the College Board Online Practice Test. We're on Section 2, Problem 8. The problem reads, in the figure above, square RSTU is inscribed in the circle. What is the degree measure of arc ST? Okay, so I've drawn our figure here on the whiteboard, and I just want to call your attention to a couple of facts from our problem. And fact number 1 is that the figure RSTU is a square. So I think you should write that down in your notes to remind you as you solve the problem. Okay, so the next thing is that the square is inscribed in the circle. What inscribed means is that the corners of the inside figure are coming right up along the edge of the outside figure. So in this case, the points of the square touch the outside of the circle. And it's exactly like the picture is shown. It's just confirming that you can trust that what's shown in the picture is reality, because sometimes these figures are not drawn to scale. But in this case, you're fine. You can go with the picture that you see in front of you. Okay, and lastly, I want to call to your attention that the question is asking for the degree measure of this arc ST. So here's the arc, and we want to give our answer in degrees. Okay, so degrees. What do we know about degrees and circles? We know that circles all have 360 degrees, right? So if you add up all the degrees in a circle, it's always going to equal 360. And you can remember that using common phrases like a 360 degree view, which is where a camera spins in a circle to show you all the sides of the room. So 360 degrees is going to equal your circle. Okay, so let's write that down. We'll just write a quick note that says 360 degrees. And we know what we're working toward. So now, how are we going to find the degrees of arc ST? Well, it's not as hard as you think. We know that the inside figure is a square. And a square has equal sides, so I'm going to mark my sides, and equal angles. That means that the length from this point to this point is the same as the length of this point T to U, and U to R, and R to S. So if the distance of the points are the same, then that means that the degrees of the arc lengths are also going to be the same, right? Because the square is splitting up the circle into 4 equal parts. Because remember, everything on a square is equal. So if all the corners are touching the circle, then it's going to split up the circle in equal parts. So now we can see that arc ST is only 1/4 of the circle. So let's write that down. ST equals 1/4. And what do we know about our circle and degrees? It's 360 degrees. So let's multiply times 360. And if you divide 360 by 4, you will get 90 degrees. So let's finish our problem down here. 90 degrees. And all I did was divide 360 by 4. And so we know that ST has to equal 90 degrees because the circle is split up in 4 parts, and 4 times 90 is 360. So the correct answer is C.